Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to look at the following WWE news and rumors. Seth Rollins has a message for Roman Reigns ahead of WrestleMania 37. Seth Rollins addresses Becky Lynch's return rumors ahead of WrestleMania 37. Backstage details on Drew McIntyre's last-minute decision to change his look. WWE's special plans for Bray Wyatt's WrestleMania 37 entrance. And Soulja Boy sends abusive threat to Randy Orton. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more wrestling content. Soulja Boy isn't done with WWE superstar Randy Orton. The American rapper recently sent a profanity-filled threat to Randy Orton on social media. Soulja Boy has been at it with Orton for a long time on social media now, and his latest rant definitely won't sit well with the Viper. Here's what Soulja Boy said to Orton. Certain phrases have been omitted due to profanity. Randy Orton, Yowsa BH. Will smack the ST out of you. Smack the lips off of your mouth. FK you talking about? FK wrestling. Put your head in the Motherf King toilet and flush it. I don't do no WWE, none of that BHA. I haven't watched the WWEF since I was 12, 11. You know what I'm saying? This ain't scripted, this ain't no movie, this ain't no acting, Soulja Boy said. Soulja Boy calling WWE fake a while ago, and Orton didn't take kindly to it. Orton is one of the greatest superstars in the business and has even suffered multiple injuries over the past 19 years of his career. Soulja Boy calling WWE a fake was bound to leave the Viper angry, and it kicked off a heated Twitter exchange between him and the rapper. The feud seemed over, but Soulja Boy's latest threat to Randy Orton has made it clear that we could witness another Twitter war between these men. Randy Orton will probably not respond to Soulja Boy over the weekend as he has a big match ahead of him. Orton will face the Fiend on night 2 of WrestleMania 37. Drew McIntyre wears the mantle of his Scottish culture with pride. Always making his way to the ring wearing the traditional kilt and carrying his sword, the Scottish warrior has always displayed pride in his heritage. A few weeks back at Fastlane, McIntyre had worn face paint with the colours of Scotland for his match against Sheamus. Sheamus and McIntyre had a personal rivalry that ended at Fastlane when the two men collided in a no-holds-barred match. The Scottish warrior was able to beat Sheamus, although the Celtic warrior put up a brave effort. Speaking on the Getting Over podcast, via CSS, McIntyre revealed that his decision to have Braveheart-inspired face paint was a last-minute decision which he got approved by Vince McMahon after Fastlane had begun airing. On the Getting Over podcast, Drew McIntyre mentioned that the face paint he wore at Fastlane was his idea, but he didn't get it approved by Vince McMahon until the show was already on the air at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Drew McIntyre has had a tremendous year in WWE. The two-time WWE champion is now all set to face Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship in the opening match of Night 1 of WrestleMania 37. Early speculation for the match suggests that McIntyre will be walking out of WrestleMania as a three-time WWE champion. It has also been reported that a former Universal Champion may be returning to Raw to face Drew McIntyre after WrestleMania 37. It will be interesting to see if McIntyre comes out with his Braveheart face paint or if he goes back to his original look. McIntyre vs Lashley has a big fight feel to it, so the Scottish warrior may have a tremendous entrance at the grandest stage of them all. Seth Rollins has told WWE fans that they can expect to hear an update on Becky Lynch's return sooner or later. The former WWE Raw Women's Champion gave birth to her first child with Rollins, Rue, in December 2020. Although WWE is not advertising Lynch for this weekend's WrestleMania 37 event, it has been rumored that she could make an appearance. Speaking to WWE Now India, Rollins said his fiancée is doing great 4 months after giving birth. He also provided a cryptic update on when she could make her WWE return. I can't say when, obviously. I can't divulge my wife's secrets. That's bad for me. I gotta be home with her every day, so I wouldn't want to do that, wouldn't want to upset her. But no, she's doing great. Obviously 4 months postpartum now. She's making incredible strides in her recovery, and I suggest you'll have some kind of update from her sooner than later about when she may return. She may not, she may just surprise you. She's full of surprises, so who knows? Either way, she's doing great, she's healthy, baby's healthy, and she will be back sooner or later. Becky Lynch defeated Shayna Baszler at last year's WrestleMania 36 event to retain the Raw Women's Championship. In May 2020, she relinquished the title on Raw after announcing her pregnancy. Earlier this week, WWE President and Chief Revenue Officer Nick Khan said Becky Lynch is due to return in the not-too-distant future. Ahead of WrestleMania 37, the man posted a workout picture on her social media accounts on Friday. The first letter of each word in the caption, "Nothing is guaranteed here tonight, only now eternally," spells out Night 1. The first night of WrestleMania 37 will take place at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida on Saturday. The SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair will headline the event. Seth Rollins has revealed he plans to target Roman Reigns' WWE Universal Championship again one day. Following last week's SmackDown, Rollins said on Talking Smack that Reigns is one of the few WWE superstars on the same level as him. Earlier this week, the four-time WWE World Champion added in an out-of-character interview with Complex that another rivalry between himself and Reigns is inevitable. Speaking to WWE Now India, Rollins said his ultimate aim is to regain the WWE Universal Championship. "Well, you know, I can't divulge all of my secrets, but I will not lie when I'm saying that winning the WWE Universal Championship is my ultimate goal, but I've got to strike at the right time. You know better than anybody that I am an opportunist, I am a schemer, I am a planner, I am a genius, some would say a genius, when it comes to these things, and so I will strike at the right time." Seth Rollins will go one-on-one with Cesaro at Saturday's WrestleMania 37 event at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns is set to defend the Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan and Edge in Sunday's main event. Along with Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins debuted on WWE's main roster as villainous group The Shield in November 2012. The trio separated in June 2014 after Rollins attacked his fellow Shield members on Raw. The most memorable moment from the Reigns vs. Rollins rivalry took place at WrestleMania 31. Reigns looked on course to defeat Brock Lesnar in the main event to win his first WWE World Heavyweight Championship. However, Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and pinned Reigns to win the title. Another key moment between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins occurred at WWE Money in the Bank 2016. Rollins defeated Reigns to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. Moments later, Dean Ambrose cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to win the title from Rollins. WWE has interesting plans for the entrances of Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and other superstars at WrestleMania 37. Several interesting photos from the Raymond James Stadium are currently being circulated on social media which drop hints about WWE's plans. The company is testing drones ahead of WrestleMania 37, and it looks like the same will be deployed for entrances of WWE's top superstars. The drone formations in the early photos show Bianca's lips and the Friends iconic "Let Me In" and Sasha Banks' shades. Bray Wyatt's alter ego, The Fiend, has been feuding with WWE legend Randy Orton for a while now. Orton burned The Fiend alive at TLC 2020, but things were far from over. The latter returned at Fastlane 2021 and helped Alexa Bliss score a massive upset over Orton. Now, Orton and his arch-nemesis are all set to collide one-on-one at the Show of Shows. The duo have faced off at WrestleMania before, when Orton defeated Wyatt for the WWE title at WrestleMania 33. Here's what Orton said about it. "Personally, I think I tend to perform the best with a certain type of character, type of WWE superstar, and Bray Wyatt doesn't really fit that mold. But I think with his ability to tell a story, his ability to portray the characters he's come up with so well, I think that it's something that we would have to do in the future," Randy Orton said. Bianca Belair won the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match and will headline WrestleMania 37 with Sasha Banks. The build-up to the feud has been lackluster, but fans are pretty excited to see the two African-American women create history. WWE is doing everything it can to make this event a special attraction, and the drones could also be used for other major superstar entrances. Do you think these drones will make the superstar entrances more attractive at WrestleMania 37?